Yo, what if you didn't give up? This is something that I find myself asking myself a lot nowadays. I'm currently 22 years old, but I've done a lot of things in the past. I've tried a lot of different things. I've dipped my hands in multiple different buckets. So I know a little about a lot of different things basically, but sometimes I find myself questioning, where would I be today if I didn't give up, or if I had just worked harder on one of those things in the past? It's something I think about every once in a while. Like, for example, where would I be today if, I had worked harder in school, gotten better grades, gone to a better college? Where would I be today if, that one drop shipping business I started, I didn't give up and I kept going and I kept trying new things. I learned Facebook ads. I found an ad that hit the algorithm and I scaled it. What would happen if, my website designing business, what would happen if I kept going with that? Just all these things. And the point I want to get at is, whether or not you're trying something out for the first time or you're going down a career path, whether you're young or old, always make sure that you really give it your all and see it through even when it gets tough. Like I was mentioning in an earlier video, life comes in seasons. There's going to be times where stuff doesn't feel the same. You don't have that same spark that you used to feel. You feel burnt out. But in those moments, those are the important moments where you really got to push through it just a little bit longer. And, there's a difference between fully seeing it through and realizing that something isn't for you and not really trying hard enough to even get to that point. It's like the same thing with, building muscle. A lot of people like to blame their genetics or something, but they haven't even fully maxed out their potential to see what their genetics look like, if that makes sense. So it's like that same concept with just career paths or hobbies or business ventures. It's you really got to see it through and put enough time in to realize that it wouldn't have worked out. That way in the future, you're not questioning to yourself like, oh, where would I be today if I had just worked a little bit harder back then? Or if I had just stayed committed? Or if I had just stayed disciplined with this and just worked towards it every day, keep trying new things, where would I be today? Because your life could be potentially possibly different. Same thing with girls, whatever, relationships too. Like, where would you be today if you had kept chasing after that one girl that you're always thinking about? Or if you had just been brave enough to ask her out? Or if you had just, you know what I mean? It's like those little things can make a big impact on your future life. Therefore, it's important to, in the moment, kind of be aware of that and really give it your all so that you're never questioning how different your life could have been if you had just worked harder. So it's just work hard in everything you do, guys. And think about the bigger picture. Don't just think in the moment. Think about how you're going to feel about this in the future. That's something I've started to do recently. At my job right now, I'm not working my same normal position. I'm kind of in like a different temporary position because I'm injured right now. So I'm kind of having a lot of those same feelings of like, wanting to quit because the work is so stagnant and like meaningless and stationary. I feel like I'm kind of just going into the office, wasting my time, and then just leaving. And, it's a little bit mentally draining because I feel like I'm not doing anything. And I'm the type of person I need to like, be doing stuff with my hands. I need to feel like I'm being productive and, actually I need like projects and stuff to focus on, really lock in on. But, they don't have that at my current job, and that's okay. I need to realize this is only temporary. I only have to be in this like temporary position for about 6 to 8 more months. And I just kind of need to really keep my head down, grind it out, because I know if I quit now, in the future, I'm going to always think to myself, what would have happened if I had just stuck those 6 to 8 months out? Where would I be today? How would that have changed my life? And that's a regret that I don't want to keep having in my future, because there really is like a deep reflection moment, and something I don't want you guys to have to go through as well. So I'll definitely recommend just giving it your all, realizing that life comes in seasons. It comes in like arcs. For example, right now for me, it's my recovery arc. Maybe for you, it's like your breakup arc, or maybe for you, it's your, weightlifting arc, or maybe for you, it's like your small business arc. You just got to realize that it comes in seasons, and you got to let that season play out instead of trying to force something that isn't meant to be. But nonetheless, you got to make sure you give it your all. But yeah, guys, just keep grinding, see it through, don't give up. That way you won't ever have to think about the regret.